What's up everybody, this is Spooky, and I'm here with an Anna Williams guide for Tekken 8. This is an early guide to help you out for people trying to figure out some of the combos, some of the tricks, and some tactics, especially with the new moves of Anna Williams. She kept a lot of her older tactics around. This first section is going to show you some of the combos, and the critical part about landing combos here is going for a launch and then finding a way to either hit down back 2, which puts you into the hammer stance, or use back 4, which also puts you into the hammer stance. From hammer stance, you can use hammer 2-1 into quarter circle forward 2-1. And this is a very good, relatively easy combo filler that does a ton of damage. The best ender features using up forward 3 into down back 2, and then going for a rocket afterwards. You can use the 1 rocket or you can use the 2 rocket, whichever one you want. They both do a lot of damage, so give them both a try. The 2 rocket does more damage than the 1 rocket. I'm actually showing you the 2 rocket in these combos, but you can also use the 1 rocket and you can get them into the debuff state for some free and easy chip damage. Now, she's got a lot of utility in her launchers. The down forward 2 is a 15 frame move, which is really nice, while sending 2 got buffed to 16 frames, which is great. Full crouch down forward 2 is only a 20 frame move now. That's amazing, really strong, and she's also got some really good heat and counter hit tools as well. Down forward 4 kept this counter hit. The new forward 3-2 move is really good when you're in heat mode, and the new Chaos Judgment 2-1 as well is also strong in heat mode. Both these moves allow you to have a heat dash. You can also use the 3+4 hips move. That one's a heat engager, and the same deal. When you heat dash the 3+4, the hips move, you can use up back 2 to get a ton of damage. Really nice. Alright guys, so now I want to talk to you about some of the strong moves of Anna Williams. The first strong move to try out that's new is this forward 2 move, and this is a plus frame tracking move. It is a high, so that means that they can duck under it if they're prepared for it. But if you're spacing well and you're trying to get in on the opponent, this is a very good way to get in on them. After you make them block it, you can kind of gel them with your down forward 1-2 like this if you want to, or you can go for a good low if you want, like your down forward 4. You can full crouch and, you know, go for something like that. Try to mix them up that way. You got a lot of different options here that are really good. So remember this move, forward 2. It's a plus frame way to get in. Alright, so now on to the next move. You got 1+2, and this is a very good tracking move. It's extremely plus on counter hit, but also it's +1 on block, which is kind of crazy. There's not usually a lot of tracking moves you get that are plus frames. So this is a very good way to keep the opponent from sidestepping against the rest of your mix-ups. She does have some pretty linear moves in her kit, so you want to use this move a lot to shut the opponent down. Now, when you counter hit with this move, because you're +14, you can either get a heat engager if you want with your 3+4, or you can just go into like your basic down forward 1-2 and then try to keep the mix-up going, something like that if you want to. But if you land the heat engager, you can also heat dash from it. I've showed you what a combo of what that would kind of look like, but pretty much you're gonna do the hips move and then you're gonna heat dash, and then go into up back 2 for a combo. Really strong move. Make sure to use this one a lot. Again, it's the 1+2. It's a very good tracking move. Alright, so another good basic move that I want to talk about alongside that high and mid is down forward 4. This is a very quick low. It's launch punishable on block, so keep that in mind. It's pretty similar to how it was in Tekken 7. It's not much different. So just watch out. Try not to be too obvious with this move because they will block it. When it counter hits, you can use your new up back 2 as a guaranteed way to follow up. And the up back 2 will also put you in the stance. You can try to mix them up afterwards as well, depending on how you think the opponent's going to get up. So really useful move, down forward 4. Make sure to use this one a lot. Another big one that she's got is the classic full crouch down forward 2. In this game, this move is 20 frames, which is already really good. It doesn't give you the most amazing combos because it's a tornado starter, but you do get some kind of combos, as you can see. And also, when you're in heat, if you input full crouch down forward 2-1, you'll get a little extension that will make it do even more damage. It's launch punishable on block, but it's a very useful move. Full crouch down forward 2. Make sure to use this move a lot. It's very strong. Alright, another move. This move is busted. I predict this move will get nerfed, guys. Just like that Clyde move I told you guys about a while back. It's forward 3-2. And this move is a heat engager that's safe on block, and it's got a lot of range behind it. It's pretty linear, so the opponent can step, and that's why sometimes you also want to use your forward 2 and your 1+2 to stop them from stepping this. But it's a very good way to get in, and when it hits, not only does it heat engage, but it also can give you potentially a really good heat engager combo, and that will look something like this. It's very similar to other combos that I've showed you, but very useful. So remember this move. It's going to work so well alongside your forward 2 and your other tricks, so use this one a lot. Forward 3-2. Alright, so another interesting move that she's got is up forward 3. Now goes into this 2 extension, and the follow-up is a high, so they can duck after this, but if you do up forward 3-1, not only are you safe afterwards, but it's a good way to kind of pressure the opponent and kind of stay in on them, you know, get them with something. And this also does a ton of damage when it hits. So if this ever does actually hit the opponent, you'll see what it looks like. It does a chunk of damage, and it also will put them in the debuff state. And if you use the up forward 3-2 instead, you'll do a chunk of damage and you'll send them full screen away. You're basically doing almost the damage of a combo when it counter hits them. So it's pretty strong tool and interesting. I wouldn't use this all the time because they can definitely, you know, stop the follow-up if they're ready for it. But it's a good thing to mix in there alongside your other heat moves. Alright, so another move I want to talk about is this running 3-2 move that she gained. Now, outside of heat, it's not too good because it's not guaranteed unless it counter hits the opponent. And it's really, really terrible on block. Like, they can do almost any launch that they want on you. So I wouldn't recommend using this move outside of heat mode too much. However, when you're in heat mode, this move gets super good. And I'll give you some examples of some of the crazy stuff that it does. First off, on normal hit, so even if it normal hits, it pushes back extremely far, and it's pretty hard for them to deal with. And on counter hit, it actually combos fully, completely, and it also can wall splat. So I'm going to try to show you an example of what this can do at the wall and how busted potentially it can be in the middle of your wall pressure. But pretty much you do the running 3-2, and if you get it to counter hit, you do up forward 4, and then you do the basic wall combo I showed you earlier. And that looks something like this. You can see this does a boatload of damage. And it's, you know, now that running moves are easier in Tekken 8, it's easy to kind of use this near the wall and also mix it up with other stuff too. So remember this move, running 3-2. It's a new move that she gained, and it combos on counter hit. It also can wall splat, really useful move. It's also plus range at the wall too. So even if they don't get counter hit by it, let's say they get hit by just the first part, you can still get some free wall pressure afterwards. And that would look something like this. A sidestep, and I can go for sidestep 1+2 if I want, or I can do my down forward 4. I can try to forward 2-3 and wall splat them if I want, something like that. Pretty much whatever you want to try. So a lot of different ways to utilize this move when you're in heat mode, running 3-2. Now, if they block the first part, this is a secret to dealing with this move. If they block the first part and they're smart, they can actually do their while standing 4 move in between the second part. So they could block the first slow while standing 4, and they'll stop you out of the gunshots. But that's something that they have to be very aware of. First of all, that you're going to do the move, and second off, they have to do the correct punish, which is a while stand 11 frame or 12 frame move. If they try to do a 13 frame or higher move, they will still get counter hit by it. Now, speaking of good moves, I mentioned this back 4 in combos, but I didn't talk about the fact that it's also a tracking move that will give you plus 17 on counter hit. And that means that, you know, there's a lot of good stuff that you can do with this. It's not a counter hit that gives you anything guaranteed afterwards, but it is going to give you some good free mix-up. You can go for hammer chance 4 if you want to do a mid. You can go for hammer chance 3 if you want to do a low. You can go for your hammer chance 1. It's plus frames on block. You can do your hammer chance 2-2, hammer chance 2-1, 1+2. All the basically the back 4 when it hits is a good way to enable the hammer chance for you. So it's a good thing to try out. Back 4, and then when the back 4 hits, go for some hammer chance mix-up. This is pretty linear, so the opponent can sidestep. Watch out for that. But still, it's a good way to get some mix, and it's a good new tool to try out. You can also just press forward 3 to go into the hammer chance stance, and then just do the 2-1, 1+2 just raw if you want to. It does a ton of damage, as you can see, and it's also pretty good on block. So if the opponent does block this, as long as they're not trying to duck the second hit because the second hit is a high, as long as they're not ready to duck that second hit, then you can get some plus frames from this. You can also just do the hammer chance forward 3-1, like I said, and you can also get plus frames from this as well. It's a good way to set up your back 4 afterwards, as an example. If they try to step after this, bam, you can get them. So pretty useful. Hammer chance 1 and then hammer chance 2, 1, 1 plus 2 plus frame string. Now, I also want to talk about some ways to mix up throws in your game. She gained a new throw, this down back 1 plus 2. And it's got a good kind of spacing afterwards where you can mix them up. So you can kind of roll up, and then depending on how you think they're going to get up, you can go for a tracking move, or you can do this and you can set up your 4-4-2 afterwards if you think they're going to try to move, something like that. So it's a pretty good way to attack the opponent and keep their distance, this new down back 1 plus 2. She also has her old up 4 1 plus 2 command grabs. You can still do this, and it's the same deal. It sends them really far away. It does a little bit of extra damage if they don't tech roll it. And if they do tech roll, well, you can still kind of try to push them afterwards. So up 4 1 plus 2. This is the same throw as in Tekken 7. It's still around. Now, they changed her command throw, or her chain grab. It used to be quarter circle forward 1 plus 2. But that's no longer a thing. Now you do it from hammer's chance. So one way you can set up is when your back 4 hits, and they're not expecting it, grab them. Get the whole multi-throw. They also made this easier. To get this part, just press 1s and you get the whole thing. So just grab them and then just press 1 over and over and over. You'll get the whole multi-throw. It does not scale the damage. It's the same damage. You can also do just 2. So the 2 option looks like this. Just grab them and just mash 2, and there you go. You get the whole extension. So no need to do the hard mode. Just grab them up and just pick the throw you want. There you go. Hammer chance grab. Use that one. It's great. Now, last but not least, I want to talk about some of the wild standing stuff that's new that she can do. She has this new wild standing 1-2. It's a 13 frame punisher, which is really good. And when it hits, it also puts you straight into this new stance. And if you use the 1 option, it's +4 afterwards. So it's pretty tricky to deal with. It's pretty tough for the opponent to avoid when you punish them with the wild standing 1 plus 2. There's not really a lot they can do about this unless they sidestep or something crazy like that. Now, just to test and make sure, I have tested this, and it looks like, in fact, I'm wrong, and it looks like they don't have enough time to sidestep. So this is a free little mix-up after your wild standing 1 plus 2. You can also press 3 and go into Chaos Judgment. So you can do wild standing 1-2, press 1 for the rocket, or wild standing 1-2, press 3, go into Chaos Judgment, and try to mix them up. So different little options that you can do from the wild standing 1-2 Punisher, really useful. Now, wild standing 3 counter hit. I think she had a way to do something guaranteed after this in Tekken 7 as well. But in Tekken 8, when you do wild standing 3, if it counter hits and you hold back to go into Chaos Judgment, you can press 2-1 to get a guaranteed combo. And that looks like this. Now, if you don't have heat yet, this will be a heat engager too, which is pretty nice. And if you already have them in heat, you can combo after, and that looks like this. So really good, and a really good way to establish crouching pressure as well as mix them up. If you're using your full crouch down forward 2 a lot, you're looking for some type of mid move to use, try out the wild standing 3. It's pretty good, and even when they block it, you're only around -3 if you go into CJM, so sometimes you can still mix them up afterwards. Wild standing 3, you can go into your double low, you can wild standing 3, go into your 2-1 anyway, that type of thing. So pretty useful and nice to have. Wild standing 3, remember this move. Now, alongside that, I've talked about a lot of high moves that are good, talked about some tracking and all that stuff. She also has a basic up forward 3, and this move also lets you get a guaranteed up back 2 afterwards on hit. So it's a good way to approach the opponent. It's also safe on block. So even if they do block this, you can establish that moment. You can try to sidestep and mix them up, something like that. It's actually 0 when the opponent blocks. So both you guys have kind of the same priority. You could sidestep. You can go for a quick low if you want to, you know, or try to do your down for 1 pressure and pressure them that way, that type of thing. Just keep in mind that, you know, you're at 0. So if the opponent is smart and they do the right thing in this situation, they can turn the tide on you. But still, it's still a useful move. Up forward 3. It's a good long range. It crushes lows. It's a useful way to get in, especially when you have them scared of your forward 4-2 and they're trying to crouch a lot at range. That's when this up forward 3 gets really good. So keep it in mind. This is another useful tool. Anyway, guys, I want to keep this one short because this is meant to be a day zero kind of guide for all of you. I hope that it will be useful to you and teach you some of the basic tactics of Anna, as well as some tricks and some things to use. Just let me know in the comments if you're looking for anything else in particular, because after I've had some time to play with her more against players, I'll be making a part 2 to this guide and giving you some more tips and some tricks. Hopefully the combos as well as some tactics with the new moves are useful to you. And, have a good time playing Anna. I hope you guys like her. She looks really fun so far. Thanks as always for watching Team Spooky, and I'll see you all later, everyone.